Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel E. Scott. I am a self-published author, which means that I write, publish, and market my books by myself. I am currently on a journey to save up 6 months worth of expenses for a fully funded emergency fund so that I can be financially self-sufficient and a better steward of my money. So let's go ahead and get into this cash stuffing. Just to start off with what I deem to be the elephant in the room, I'm sure nobody else will care. Today's a very special day, guys. Today is October 5th. Has it been 3 days? Yeah, because I started Thursday night, so it's been like 3 days since The Life of a Showgirl has come out into the world and changed my life forever. If you're not a Swiftie, I'm sorry. I don't mean to annoy you, but whatever. This is my channel. I can talk about whatever I want. And I'm just so stoked. I stayed up to listen to the release of the album Thursday night, listened to it all day Friday, went to the movie on Friday, listened to it all day yesterday, have listened to it this morning. I'm obsessed. And I don't say that just because like, oh, you're like, you know, oh, you're a Swiftie, you say that about anything she does. No, that's not true. I liked the Tortured Poets Department. It was never my favorite album. I appreciated it, I liked it, I enjoyed it. It was never my favorite. This album though, and like Midnight's wasn't my favorite either, but this one has surpassed my previous favorites. And my previous favorites were Reputation and Evermore, and this album, honestly, I have never enjoyed an album this much. I am so in love, having so much fun listening to it. If you don't like it, that's totally okay, but I'm just so excited. So that's why my nails are sparkly orange. And why I have Taylor out here is because I'm just so excited and I just want to like celebrate the excitement of it. So anyways, I'm just in a really good mood right now because I have this new soundtrack of my life to listen to. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to cash stuff. So let's get on with that stuff. Okay, so today we are going to be cash stuffing $385. And this is my teller slip. This is from the Aesthetic Dollar, which I highly recommend. Okay, that's better. I was trying to figure out like how to have this here but not have it in the way. So I feel like that's good. Nice, like up in the corner, out of the way, because I want to be able to have room for my binders. Okay, so I was going to split up this cash stuffing and do half now and half halfway through the month. But I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to cash stuff as planned. But I did change. There's a couple of envelopes that fluctuate a lot. They're the ones I spend out of like on a regular basis, and I did determine how much I want to put in them, so there should be like just a little bit of money left over. And in 2 weeks what I'm going to do is do another check-in, and what I'll do is I'll check in, I'll take money out that needs to go back to the bank, I'll probably cash condense some envelopes, and I will allocate that extra money into whatever envelopes seem like they need it the most. Because I have found lately, especially on a smaller budget, that a couple weeks into the month, I tend to start getting stressed because the way I thought things were going to go at the beginning of the month are not the way things actually end up going. So instead of having, you know, like, okay, let's say I only put 10 in for eating out this month, but then I ended up going out more. And so I ended up needing more money, or like there was an unplanned dinner I went to, or just different things that you don't plan for. So in some ways it's nice to only plan part of the money and not plan the whole thing until later, when you can like have like a check-in late, like halfway through the month, and go, okay, now where do I want the rest of that money to go? So that's kind of, we're going to test it out, see how it goes. I might do it differently next month. We'll see. I'm always trying to figure out, you know, what's going to work best for me. So anyways, let's do this. So honestly, I don't think I'm going to count this because I think it'll just be unnecessary. I know how much there is. I counted this like 87 times. We have so many 10s this week. And the 10s are so horrible. So many of them are like folded over, just so grungy and gross and ugh. But it's okay because it still serves the same purpose. I'm trying to figure out like how this is going to be the most comfortable for me to do. Because I always do this at my coffee table, and it's really hard to figure out how to like kneel to where I'm not like kneeling up too high and I'm kind of like reaching down towards you guys, but also it's uncomfortable to really truly kneel here. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, first world problems, am I right? I feel like a bit of a hot mess today, and I apologize for that. Okay, so first up is sinking funds. And if you want more of an explanation on how I determine my budget, this is way too tight for me. Like there. Okay, that's good. Oh, I feel like a hot mess today. I don't know why. I think because it's Sunday and I have yet to do any of like my reset for the week. I haven't cleaned, and I didn't clean last weekend because I was building some stuff in my office. And it's just, maybe I need to bring you guys up a little. Maybe that would help. Oops. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, like I want you guys to be able to see, but I feel like that was just a little too close. Okay. But yeah, I feel like it's reset day, but I haven't done any of the reset stuff yet. So I feel like I haven't done my planning for the week. Last week I didn't plan at all because it just ended up being chaotic. So I just feel off and flustered because I just have not had the time or anything to dedicate to just like getting myself situated. And I need that. So anyways, oh, it's kind of bent. My type A personality requires it. Okay, anyway, so bear with me through this. I'm gonna try my best to be not ridiculous. Okay. Business expenses, I'm doing 10, and this is a new envelope. This is just for like, if I run out of printer paper or pens or whiteout or whatever it is that I use for my business. Like that stuff gets written off for taxes at the end of the year, but I don't have a specific fund for it. Like a lot of times it comes out of like spending money, which I don't like because spending money should be fun money, not business expenses. So I'm gonna have this be a separate category now, which I think will help. Eating out, I'm not going to put anything in here because I'm going to visit my brother and sister-in-law and my nephew at the end of the month. And so I'm saving up for that trip separately in a different envelope. And so I'm not going to put anything in eating out right now because I really don't want to spend money on eating out before I go on the trip because I assume we're going to eat out a lot while I'm there. So I'm like, let's not spend money on that right now. Let's just, you know, be cautious about it. Entertainment, I'm also skipping. Groceries, also skipping. Again, if you want explanations on these envelopes, they're in my binder tour. I talk about all of it, but I don't want to spend time going into it right now. Kindness, I am skipping, and miscellaneous, I am skipping. Like I said in my binder tour, kindness is not my giving for the month. This is just random, like if I want to leave a tip or something. It's not about like donations or anything like that. Okay, so I put 10 into self-care. This is for me getting my hair cut, which I get it cut like once a quarter basically, but it always sneaks up on me and I'm never quite prepared. So I want to start saving a little bit at a time so I can be more prepared. I feel like I say that every time and then it never ends up being the case. And then spending, how many 20s do I'm short a 20. Why am I short a 20? Oh, I'm not short a 20. Oh, because that one's not going. Okay, that makes so much more sense. So much more sense. Okay, so we're going to do 2 10s. I don't know why. I think because when I budgeted initially, I was just like, well, if I spend money online, it's easier to take the money out of the envelope if it's in smaller bills, is the idea. I think I'm actually going to put this in my wallet. I don't put all of my, hold on, gotta take out all my cards again. I don't know why, but I resent doing this part for whatever reason. Okay, so I have all of the envelopes in here, like business expenses, eating out, everything, but I don't always put everything in here from here. The goal is to have money that piles up in these envelopes that I then take out and put in here. But at this stage with my finances, that's not quite where we are. Money's going other places rather than building up in here. The idea is that you would build money up in here and then take out what you think you need for the week in your wallet and put that in your wallet. That's kind of the general gist. And I'm not going to get my hair done this month, so I won't put it in my wallet. Okay, so then where were we? Toiletries. So I'm going to put 30 in toiletries. And I don't I think I need to do 10s because I don't think I budgeted 20 for that. I'm still trying to figure out my foundation situation. I know it's such a first world problem type of thing, but as someone who does like to wear makeup frequently, because like I like to do my eye makeup, which always looks better if my face makeup is done, I'm struggling to find a face makeup routine that has really good coverage, looks really nice without looking like fake, but also does not come off on my hand. Like when I touch my face, I feel like it comes off on my hand, and I hate that. So there's a couple of things I want to buy. Is it necessary? Probably not for some people. Oh, good Lord, Rachel. I just am such a mess today. Is it necessary? Potentially not. Do I care? No, I'm going to do it anyway. This is my budget. I can do what I want. I'm a grown-up. Isn't that cool? To be an adult where you can purchase your own... You can purchase things of your own choice. Okay. Book covers I'm going to skip because my next book is not coming out for quite some time, so it's not a big deal. I also am skipping editor because I have had to push this book out a little bit. Not very happy about it, but it's just where we are. Oh, there's a fly. I swear this is a hot mess video. I'm so sorry. There's real life though, okay? Yeah, so I'm not doing editor because I did have to push the release of my book out quite a bit. So I don't need to pay her this month because I'm not going to be using her this month. So I decided I would rather use that money towards other higher priority issues at the moment. So that is it for sinking funds today. Next is holidays. I was going to stuff in birthdays, but then I decided not to just because the closest birthday isn't for a couple of months still. And again, I just have some things coming up that are kind of scarier in a way. I'm like, I really need to take those seriously. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, I know I took a 20 out of here a while ago. I'm going to put a 20 back in here into Halloween and make it 60 because we are going to do a family costume. We haven't decided what yet. We were thinking, I don't know if I said this in my last video. We were thinking about doing Lord of the Rings and my nephew could be a baby hobbit. But I don't know how it's going to work because getting a costume for the adults that's Lord of the Rings themed that isn't expensive and doesn't look stupid is going to be hard. So I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. So I'm just going to put another 20 in here just in case. And if I don't use it on a costume, I can use it on a trip, on the trip itself. So, and that's it for holidays right now because I am going to be not stuffing my Christmas. I'm not going to be stuffing my Christmas envelope in here, but I will in savings challenges. Next is savings challenges. I don't know why it does that. It has like this like bend here. Oh well. Oh well, anyway. All right, so this is my tracker for my 6 months worth of expenses, my fully funded emergency fund. This is, what is this, baby step number 3? I think number 1 is a $1,000 emergency fund. Number 2 is paying off all debt. And number 3 is saving 6 months, 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. But Dave Ramsey recommends 6 months if you're self-employed, which I am. So I'm trying to save 6 months worth of expenses. So I'm doing a $500 tracker to start with. I'm going to save more than that. Obviously the goal is much more than that, but how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So after I do this one, I'm going to do a $1,000 one. And then we will just keep saving. And this one, I don't put cash physically in the envelope because I put it directly into my ice maker, sorry. I put it directly into my high yield savings account because it earns like 4-point-something% interest. So that way I can make money on my own money versus it sitting here and not making any interest. So I'm not putting any physical cash in here, but I am putting $110 towards this savings challenge. I don't have my highlighter in here. That is stupid. Oh, to go get it. Like a loser. Oh. Poor babies were so excited to see me and I didn't even stay. Okay, so I'm putting $110 towards this, so I'm going to mark off $110 worth of stuff, but I'm going to use a calculator because I will lose track otherwise. Okay, so I'll go up to here. And I did 110 specifically because I had already saved, how much had I saved? 100 and something? I don't know. Hold on. Let me look. Okay. So right now I have 1,200 in the bank for my savings. So what I'm going to do is there's two. Do I have a 1K in here? I don't. Okay. Well, we'll have to do that. I need to make a 1K, I guess. Apparently I didn't think I was ever going to hit 1K and I did. Go me. Yeah. Okay. So I now have $1,200 in the bank. And the reason I did 110 was because I had put in 90 last time, I think, and I wanted to make it even so that it would be 1,200. Just so that I could see like, oh, I've hit that much, you know? And I do track this in my notebook so that I can see exactly how much I have. And this is not including the interest that's on there. This is just what I have personally put in. So it'll be fun, you know, after a while to go back and look and see how much do I actually have versus how much I've saved, see how much interest I've made. So that'll be fun. Okay, I'm doing Christmas, and Christmas is getting 30. So we're doing a 5, 5, and a 10. Oops. Okay, so 5, 5, and a 10, right? Is that what I said? A 5, 5, and a 10. I'm only doing 3 this month. No, 2 5s and 2 10s. Duh, Rachel. And that's the nice thing about these types of trackers is that you can kind of pick and choose depending on what works for your budget. Some months you might have more, so you can pick the higher bubbles, and some months you might have less to work with, so you pick the lower bubbles. And yeah, I've been doing this since Christmas last year, and we are almost to 500, and I'm so excited. So right now we have 300 in the bank plus 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125. So now that we have another 100, I'm going to take that out of here actually. So 50, 70, 90, 100. So I'm going to take this to the bank and deposit it into my high yield savings account. I have 2 separate ones. So the 1,200 is separate. That's my emergency fund. And this is separate going into Christmas. So now I will have, actually I can switch this up for 400. So now we have $425 saved toward Christmas with the goal of 500. And I did just actually like make a budget page for Christmas. So like I wrote down everybody's name and then like activities, food, decorations, and estimated how much I wanted to spend on each one so that I could figure out how much everything was going to cost. And I think next year I am going to do a 1K savings challenge for Christmas because 500 is cutting it close when you have to buy gifts for everybody, think about like food, like we eat out more during the holidays, different events we go to that cost money for entrance, gifts for other people, decorations, wrapping paper, like all the things. It adds up really fast. So I think 1K would be wiser when you consider everything during the season, especially when my family's visiting. It can get real expensive real fast. And then what else am I saving or stuffing for? Oh, the sibling trip. So this is for when I go visit my brother and sister-in-law in a couple of weeks. Like it's coming up so fast, guys. It's kind of crazy. And I am saving 50. So I can save, oops, I shouldn't use that one. 10. So 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have, I actually don't think that's correct. We have 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230. So how much is that? 230 is 23. I mean, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to do this because I don't, like when I do the savings challenge again, I'll have to start over because I will have spent money out of this. So I will have to get like a new tracker, but whatever. For the sake of doing it, we're just going to mark it. Okay, so what did I say? 123? No. 223. Yeah. Right? I think I'm thinking 23 because of this. I think it's 230, wasn't it? Yes, 230. Okay. Which is not bad. So when we come back in to do our 2 months or our 2-week check-in, I will also take this money and distribute it to whichever envelopes I think I'm going to need it in. Entertainment, eating out, all that kind of stuff. So I will get to that in a couple of weeks right before my trip. We will do that together and put it all in my wallet. Yearly subscriptions is getting money. It's not getting stuffed because my website fee is coming out, which is always a pretty big one. So I'm going to put 30 in here, 30. So we will have 200, 250, 285. So what's 285 divided by 15? 19. So 6. So I'm actually going to take this money back to the bank as well so that it's just ready for, actually, how much is that subscription? I should make sure I have the actual correct amount in the bank and don't put too much in the bank. So I'm going to keep the 5, I guess, and put this in the bank to go toward it. It'll be $4 too much, but who really cares? So that's going towards yearly subscriptions. This will stay and just be like the beginnings of saving for the rest of the year, my other yearly subscriptions that come out. And we will just keep saving till this tracker is full, and then I'll start it over again for the next year. It's kind of the plan. And then this is for the Advent calendar, or the Advent box. So the Aesthetic Dollar, which is run by Emily, who's fantastic. She does cash stuffings and stuff as well. And she has a business where she sells different things. Like this binder came from her. A lot of the stuff that I use came from her. And she does an Advent box every Christmas. So what it is you buy it in like October, November, and then it ships to you in December. And you open a gift one day doing the 12 days of Christmas. There's 12 gifts. You open one gift a day leading up to Christmas Day. And each gift is something related to cash stuffing. And I know that sounds really silly maybe to some people. I told that to a friend that I was doing this, and she's like, and you're excited about this? Like opening gifts that are cash stuffing related. And I'm like budgeting related. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you're such a nerd. I'm like, I know. So anyways, I'm very excited about it. So I'm putting 150 in here. So this should be enough. She said it was going to be around 200, 220. So we have 150, 200, 220. So I should be good on that. Maybe I'll put an extra 10 in here just in case and make it 230. Just in case something goes awry, you know? Okay. And then I'm a little confused because what is all of this? I mean, oh, this is money I didn't end up. Okay, so this was the excess that I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with. But I thought oh no, it's over here. Okay. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55. And I think I am going to just set this aside for now. And we will distribute this at the 2-week check-in because I will know a little bit more about how my month is going, what areas I spent more than I thought I would, or what areas I need to spend. Like I didn't spend much, so I have more than I thought. I would rather have this money set aside and distribute it later when I kind of need it versus trying to put it places right now that don't necessarily need it or I'm not sure if they're going to. And if it ends up being just extra and I don't really have any categories that really, really need it, I could just put it in the sibling trip envelope and use it on my trip. And whatever is left over on my trip, I will redistribute when I get home. So that's kind of my plan at the moment. I hope that makes some sort of sense. I don't know. I feel like this whole video was a hot mess, so I deeply apologize for it being messy, but I am just, I guess, messy today. So be patient with me. But I hope you guys liked this. If you're still here, you're awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you're a Swiftie and you are also celebrating the launch of Life of a Showgirl, happy release. I hope you love it. And yeah, I hope this video wasn't too confusing. I'm trying to get my crap together, and sometimes it's not that pretty to be on camera. Like, it's not a really linear thing to document, but I want to be transparent and share with you guys what I'm doing and hear what you guys are doing, because I love trying new things and figuring out new processes. So anyways, I'm going to shut up. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.